Should you start a venture, a startup, a partnership, company, not a partnership, a company on your own, or should you have a co-founder, or should you have multiple founders and co-founders? This is the topic of today's video. So I have, I'm currently in my second venture. The last venture that I had built was with another co-founder. We ran it for 2.5 years. And before that, I have assisted many other people in becoming their unofficial partners, but I did not sign the dotted line. Today, I want to talk to you about this whole dilemma that should I have someone with me or not? I have a lot of opinions about this. At the end of the day, it is your choice, but it's good to kind of know what has worked and what has not worked with other people. So, whenever you start something on your own, a lot of people tell ki you should have another person so you can kind of bank on each other's strengths and your weakness that you have can be covered by another person. So, you kind of be a yin yang, if you mean. It is also kind of helpful because then you have someone to kind of divide the whole work, divide the responsibilities, divide the struggles, divide the learnings and everything. And if both of you or three of you, four of you, how many other people you have, come from different industries, different diverse organizations, or from have different skill sets, you come together and the synergy is very, very beautiful. Yes. So definitely you can work very quickly. You can build things very quickly, provided you obviously have that kind of a collaboration, that kind of a chemistry between all of you. Now, it is also a lot of fun building something interesting with someone that you already know. And like I said, that the loneliness in the beginning is taken care of because in the very beginning, a lot of people do not have the budgets to hire people, do not have the budgets to have a team. So if you have another person or if you have two other people, it just makes things a lot more fun. You also take work seriously because you kind of keep each other accountable. Now, I have had founders in the past, like I mentioned, but currently I'm building my venture Youmanize on my own, and I want to build this as a one-person business. The reason being is that I have seen in my past few ventures, after a point of time, I felt that the connection that I have with my co-founder was not able to stand the test of time. The way we wanted to grow the organization, our vision started to kind of not see eye to eye. There was a lot of communication issues as well that was coming up. Another thing that has I have seen with other people as well is that because you're trying to build a company together, the other person's mood, their struggles beyond work also become your struggles because they bring that aspect of their life into the workforce. So if your co-founder is going through some relationship issues, going through some other financial issues, you know that they cannot bring their best foot forward into the venture. So then suddenly everything becomes that, hey, can I solve this for you, or let me become your hearing, listening board, shoulder to cry, all of that. And the professionalism in a certain sense kind of goes off sometimes, I've seen. Not always, yeah, but again, case to case. Um, Another thing that I've seen is that if you have not spoken about your working styles, it can also become a big clash. In fact, very recently, I was about to enter a venture with another person, and I spoke so many things with that person. We had a whole list of things to speak about, and we thought that, hey, we look great on paper. We're able to figure this out, and let's do it together. And we kind of did a test drive for a month, and it was really horrific. It was very, very painful for both of us. Thankfully, it did not end on a bad note. We are still in touch, but it was very shocking because I have seen this person work, they have seen me at work. We have kind of collaborated in the past, but when we came together as possible co-founders, things were very difficult and very crazy. Another important thing to also note is that you have to understand that your partner, your co-founder, what is their nature apart for just work? What kind of a person are they? And because what they do anywhere is what they do everywhere. So if they are the messy kind, the the unstructured kind, and you feel like in the beginning, oh, that's a very creative way of looking at things. After a point of time, if you are also you want to keep things a certain way, it's going to mess with you all, right? And at the end of the day, all problems are mostly human problems. The way they want to lead teams, the way you want to lead teams can differ. And at the end of the day, because it is a company, there is profits, there are shares, there are rights. If things go downways, it can get messy. So if you are entering a partnership with another person, you have to enter the partnership in a, yes, you can be friends, but you need not be best friends. You know what I mean? Have a particular line. Friends come acquaintances, they are a business partner, they need not know everything and anything about you. Of course, basic things they will know. But I feel like there has to be a certain line. Again, I would not suggest working from the same home all the time or always working together 24/7. Give each other that space to grow, and also have certain, like, discuss certain things right off the bat. A few last of my ventures did not go through very well because I wanted to do multiple things along with the venture, because I've always done multiple things, and my other founders only wanted to focus on that venture, and they felt like if I do other things and I am going to split my time and split my interest, whereas I've always told them that, hey, I am this person and I want to do multiple things, then what is the difference between being in a business and being in a job? But for them, they cannot lead that kind of life. So we should have discussed that before only. If you also have to discuss about your finances, the way you look at money, the kind of responsibilities you have at home, your future plans, if you're looking at getting married or going for a certain trip or buying, making a big purchase. These are all things that could be potentially connected to your business, because the business is going to be your money making engine, right? So if your founder wants to keep the cash in the bank or invest in a different way, but you want to take it out quickly because you want to buy something or you want to give your family a better standard of living, that can also potentially cause a problem. So all these problems do not typically happen when you are working on your own, because you're the only decision maker. Another thing could also happen if your styles of working, like I mentioned, differ. If your partner is someone who likes to put everything in a process and wants to go through everything, but you are more like, let's just figure it out, give it a try. Do you meet each other somewhere in the middle? So even in a two partner business, things can become slower. But if you are someone who likes to speed things up, perhaps you might want to start off the venture on your own and see how you're taking it forward, right? So these are a few things. At the end of the day, every person's journey is very different. I've seen that many people thrive with other co-founders and other multiple partner firms, and many people swear that I only will perhaps hire people and not really have another partner or a founder, a co-founder on board. So I have tested both the things, and I feel that for me and my nature and the kind of life I want to build, I only want to focus, or I only want to bank on myself, and I don't want another co-founder on the board with me. But perhaps your journey is different. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, please put it down in the description. Sorry, not the description, the comments. I would love to answer. I also write a newsletter. You can go and subscribe and go and connect with me on LinkedIn. And if you have any questions, like I mentioned, please put it down in the comments. I would probably make a video on it. And let me know if you have already started your business. Do you have a founder or a co-founder? Put the number in the chat. If you're a solo founder, you can put one. If you have another co-founder, you can put two. If you have three or four other partners, you can put how many ever numbers you have. It'll be interesting to see what you people think about this whole partnership in today's world. Okay, so that's it from me. I will see you in the next one.